Hi there, I'm Jim Coffey. I design and create Automata. I'm in my studio in Escondido, California, which is near San Diego. In our world right now, COVID-19 dominates the news, dominates our thinking. In our nation, our coming presidential election has the headlines. In California, wildfires are what we think about. In our area, we have had one fire south of us, but it's controlled, maybe even out by now. There's a tremendous amount of fire haze, smoke in the sky, and that brings beautiful fire sky sunsets. And then in my studio, which is one bay of a 3-car garage, I create automata. Little things like this. This is what I call a product spinner. It's designed to showcase something that's for sale. In this case, it's designed specifically for bottles or for cans, like cans of beer, specialty beer. Stair Stepping Bottle Spinner number 1 weighs almost 4 pounds. It's 17 inches off the countertop. The biped would be 11 inches tall. I began creating this automata in August of 2020 and finished it just a few days ago. The wood planks that you see here are randomly myrtle wood, which is a beautiful wood from Oregon. Pistachio, which I get from a friend of mine who sells wood to luthiers, to people who make guitars. And there's some African mahogany in there also. I glue these strips on individually and then sand them and wax them. The bulk of the automata is made from wood. These little ratchets, which convert a linear motion into rotary motion, are handmade. I have a 3D printer on order. The next time that I build ratchets, I will probably 3D print them. I think I'll be able to get a better, more reliable ratchet, although these are performing very well. The biped is carved from basswood, and his head is sculpey layered onto a basswood armature. So I carved the armature into the proportions that I want, and then I overlay that with sculpey and work his ears and his nose and everything until I get him the way I want him, and then I bake him and he becomes permanent. And then I have left depressions in the eye sockets, and so after I paint him, he gets drops of epoxy in his eyes, which cause his eyes to gleam when the light is right. Inside of this base, there is a 6-watt, 110 volt motor. You simply plug this into the wall. That's all it needs to have done. Around here, there's a power switch and an hour meter and a circuit breaker. This hour meter has about 19 hours of runtime on it right now. In other words, in the creation process, since I installed the hour meter, this has functioned as a mechanism about 19 hours. There are many ball bearing assemblies in here, stainless steel shafting, things like that. It's all handmade. So why have I built a stair stepping bottle spinner? First, let me say that this is not for sale. I intend to rent it. I have built two product spinners prior to this one, both of them with larger display tables. And as I ran those two and set them up next to each other, I realized that I needed something that could display cans and bottles. And when I say that, I am thinking of the many wineries that we have in our area. I'm thinking of Stone Brewing Company, which is an absolute favorite place of my wife and I. They have products that are in cans and bottles, and this is designed to handle and to display cans and bottles. The product spinner would be rented by a retailer to increase sales. In my mind, that's why I see this happening. I mean, they'll also get some nice character, a nice piece of art, but they're going to want to increase their sales if they're going to be renting this on a monthly basis. I see this on a countertop in a winery tasting room, for example, with their featured wine of the month on display. It's a good talking point. It adds ambience to the room. I love having these things sit next to me, turned on and running. There's just something comforting about it. They're nice. They're nice to have around. So, Stair Stepping Bottle Spinner has been designed to increase sales in a retail establishment. Primarily, this one primarily to display a can or a bottle. It's anticipated that the retailer would come in the morning, turn it on, it would run all day doing its work, selling things, and then at night he would turn it off and let it have a break. I try to design these so that they will last month after month after month after month. So thanks for taking the time to watch this video. This is Stair Stepping Bottle Spinner number 1. If you would like to rent this from me, please contact me. If you have something in your head that you would like me to consider building for you, contact me. I love doing this kind of work. Stay healthy. Cheers.